The problem with Triple H. Now, this could be genuinely a 5 hour long video. Genuinely could be. But I'm going to try to keep this kind of short. But this guy is just not cut out for this. He's not cut out for this company. He's not cut out for WWE main roster. He was fine in NXT. He did good. Not great, but he did good. He had a lot of help around him. William Regal. He had a lot of help. Um, but main roster, he cannot do it. He can't. It's out of his league. He's always telling you how difficult his job is. Always. Always. Every excuse he gets to say his job is hard, he says it. This whole new WWE Unreal show is to show you how difficult his job is. Get out the job then. It's that simple. If the job is too difficult for you, quit. If you care so much about the company, which you say, and you love the company, move on. Quit. You're not good enough. But the biggest problem with him, aside from how bad these shows are, how uncreative he is, how boring these shows are, how there's no excitement, no thrill, no nothing to these shows. The biggest problem is his mentality. He's We'll just take the biggest example. WrestleMania season. He goes on a podcast because of course he did. He went on about 15 podcasts, late night talk shows, instead of actually letting the wrestlers go and do that. Someone like LA Knight could have easily done a podcast or a talk show, but no, it has to be him. Has to be him. He's the when you tune into a WWE show, Raw, SmackDown, PLE, whatever, the first person you hear is Triple H. Then, now, forever together, it's him. Then at the end of the show, the last visual you have is his name popping up of Lee Fitting. This whole new show, Unreal, is about him. Cameras following him because he cannot. It's like he misses being a wrestler that much that he's trying to find any way for the spotlight to still be on him behind the camera. So now he's taking the camera behind the curtain to show you his job, to follow him around, because he misses being that guy. He's the face of the company. What is he doing talk shows? What is he doing podcasts? Why is he doing press conferences? It's I don't understand it. At first, I understood it because it was like, okay, they're trying to get Triple H, not Triple H. They're trying to get Vince McMahon out of your mind as much as possible. To try and forget Vince never existed. Triple H is the one in charge. Only think about Triple H. I got it at first, but now we all get it. No one's thinking about Vince. We all know Triple H is in charge. We get it. It's enough. Um, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Every time something big happens, start of WrestleMania, he's the first person you see. Raw on Netflix, first person you see. It's ridiculous. He has to be, in his eyes, he wants to be the star of the company. When you think WWE, you don't think Roman Reigns. You don't think CM Punk. You don't think Cena. You don't think Drew McIntyre. You don't think Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. You think Triple H. And he loves that. But back to his mentality. Leading up to WrestleMania, he did a podcast and he was talking about F off being a critic, be a fan. Basically saying, if you're a fan, you can't critique. You can't critique these shows if you're a fan. Which is telling you right there he doesn't listen to criticism and he's not going to. If you criticize, you're not a fan, so he's not gonna listen. So he's never gonna improve, is he? He's never going to improve. Which he's new to this main roster, this big stage, all of it. He's new. He's been doing it for a long time with NXT, but that's nowhere near the level, nowhere near the pressure, nowhere near the criticism, nowhere near the spotlight that the main roster is. He's new to this. He's still learning on the job, and he doesn't want to listen to criticism. If you're new to a job in any realm, in any profession in the world, if you're new, the only way you're going to improve is by listening to people that know what they're talking about, people that are telling you how to do your job, how to improve. Otherwise, you're not going to improve. So he's not going to improve. He doesn't want to improve because he doesn't want to listen to criticism. So these shows are not going to get any better because he's told you he's not going to listen to criticism. If you criticize, you're not a fan. So he's not. If you criticize, you're wrong, basically. So he's not going to listen to criticism. He's not. Which means he's not going to improve, which means the shows are not going to improve. We're not getting anywhere. He thinks what he's doing is fine. It's good. If you critique it, you're wrong. We're not getting anywhere. We're never going to get anywhere. These shows are not going to improve. He doesn't want to learn. He's new to this. Do you think Vince McMahon thought he had it all together and what he was doing was great and perfect and is not going to listen to criticism within the first 5 years of him doing it? No. He knew he had a lot to learn and a lot to improve and a lot to change over the years and get better and change and make bigger and better. Triple H does not want to do that. He doesn't want to listen to criticism. His ego is that big that he thinks everything he's doing is perfect, great. If you critique it, you're wrong. If you own a business, a restaurant, a cafe, anything that's customer based, let's just use a restaurant for example. So say you have a favorite restaurant you've been going to since you were a kid with your family. It's very nostalgic to you. You loved it throughout your whole childhood. You loved it. You went every week, twice a week maybe. It was religious for you to go. It was religious, it was like your second home. You loved the place. You knew the owner. You went every week. You knew you were going to get some great food, great drinks. Maybe there was a TV in there that were going to give you good entertainment. You were going to have a good time. The food was going to be incredible, right? And then over time, start to see a bit worse. New owners come in, and this new manager. There's a new manager, right? There's a new manager. His name is Paul. Yeah, his name is Paul Levesque, and the meals aren't the same. It's not the same. The food is raw. The food is unseasoned. I mean, under the previous manager, it was getting bad. It was getting really bad, actually. New manager comes in, you think, oh, okay, new life. Things are going to improve. Things are going to get back to what they used to be, maybe. But no, it gets even worse. The food is now raw. They're giving you raw chicken. If you eat this, you're literally going to be poisoned. It's raw, unseasoned food. You're not even getting what you're asking for. You ask for pasta, you get a piece of broccoli. You're not getting anything. You ask for a 5-star 3-course meal, you get a pot of yogurt. It's awful. But you love the place. You love the place. It's nostalgic for you. You're coming since you were a kid with your family. You know other people that love it, friends, family, all of it. You love the place. So are you going to sit there and say, you know what, all of this is great? It's great. It's raw. It's unseasoned. I'm not getting what I'm asking for. But I'm just going to say it's great anyway. I'm going to say it's great. It's perfect. No problems. I'm not going to complain because I love the place. Are you going to act like that? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to complain? Are you going to suggest things that they could do to improve? Are you going to give them constructive criticism to help because you love the place? You want to help. You know, you criticizing them, you telling them what to improve is the only way they improve. If you sit there and say, no, everything's great, everything's fine, everything's perfect, whatever, they're going to keep serving you raw food, unseasoned food, because they think it's great. Everyone's saying it's great. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. They'll get complacent. They'll think, oh, we can just serve them anything, and they'll have it happily. They won't complain. They'll love it. Or do you want to criticize and help? So maybe you do. Maybe you decide, you know what, I've had enough. I love the place, but enough is enough. You make complaints every week. This is getting worse and worse every week. It's not getting better. It's going to go out of business. It's awful. What they're serving is awful. You're going to criticize, right? Because you love the place. You want to see it improve. You don't want to see it go out of business. You love the place. But then the manager turns around and says, no, you're wrong. You don't love the place. You're not a fan because you're critiquing. Get out. You're not welcome here anymore. You're not a fan. You don't love the place because you're criticizing it. You're wrong. Leave. That's not how life works. That's not how business works. That's not how any company, business, profession in the world works. That's not how life works. If you're bad at your job, you don't get to keep doing what you're doing without getting criticized. You need to listen to criticism, otherwise you're going to go out of business, especially when it's customer based. You need to listen to your customers. They're the ones you're relying on. Taking it back to WWE, if you don't listen to this criticism and improve, the thing you care most about, money, disappears. These shows start selling less tickets, less people tune in, less people buy merch. Advertisements, sponsorships drop because you're not getting the same views. Netflix won't renew their deal. USA Network won't. You won't have cricket on the ring. You won't have Snickers on the ring. That's what you care most about, right? If you don't listen to criticism and improve these shows, everything goes. You go out of business. It gets worse and worse. You lose and lose and lose viewers, sponsorships, care, interest, being spoken about. It all goes. So why does Triple H think he's the only person in the world that this rule doesn't apply to? Where if you're not good at your job, you get criticised. It's pretty basic, kind of just how life works in general. But he thinks he's the only one that this doesn't apply to. He can keep doing what he's doing, and it's great. He doesn't have to listen to anyone that says it's not good, which it's clearly not. Look at the viewers that's going down each week. Look at the attendance. You didn't sell out WrestleMania. You can claim you sold it out, but you didn't. You didn't. You can start charging people a whole entire mortgage to go to one show. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These shows are going nowhere. They're not going to improve. They're not going to get better. Because Triple H doesn't want to listen to criticism. He doesn't want to improve because his ego is too big. He's not good. I don't know. This company is not going to improve while Triple H is running it. It's not. The only chance we have is Saudi Arabia take over in a couple of years, which won't be great either. Then you'll see even more sponsorships and ads and all of that. But maybe we'll get slightly better shows. I don't know. But Triple H has to get out of this company ASAP. If he cares about the company, he'll leave. He knows he's not cut out for it. He knows this is too much for him. So leave. It's awful. These shows are terrible. They're a chore to get through. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing good at all. I could cut a whole hour video talking about how bad each individual show is, how it's all a mess, confusing, how his booking is awful. You've got heels versus heels. You've got heels acting as faces, shaking fans' hands. You've got rematches after rematch. You've got people like Penta already losing on a regular basis. There's no storylines. You've got Gunther being booked like how he's been booked. It's a joke. It's boring, and he's not going to improve. So get used to it. Get used to it. Anyway, that's enough. Triple H doesn't deserve any more of my breath, although I'll probably rant about him again soon because he's insufferable. I don't like him. I used to love him as a wrestler. As a in the role he's currently in, no, not at all. He's ruining what we all love. This new WWE Unreal show is just spitting and just scrunching kayfabe up into a ball, spitting on it, throwing it into the ocean without any care. It's not just tearing it down, it's ripping it down and disrespecting it. We don't need to go behind the curtain and see how people are scripting out their matches and how you'll come up with ideas. We don't need to keep the magic. That's what's kept WWE alive for so long. The magic. You tear down the curtain completely, that magic is gone. Now we're just watching gymnastics every week. It's a joke. But whatever. AEW. I'm not. AEW fans have put me off watching AEW before, but I'm going to get into it because I love wrestling. I want to watch good shows. AEW is not great, but there's no way it's worse than this. No way. So, I'll see you in the next video.